The blue line, which is the same one you saw, that's Social Security. Now that red line is total healthcare costs projected out to 2050. Total healthcare costs, not Medicare and Medicaid costs, but total healthcare costs. And in fact, if you superimpose the scary red line over the total healthcare costs, you see that is the scary red line. Total healthcare costs in America is what's driving the entirety of any long-term deficit and debt situation that exists. If this is a case where America it really doesn't want to be in the first place. That black dotted line at the top is America's total spending on healthcare per capita on the left and as a percentage of GDP on the right, and the rest of those are all the other rich countries, all the other OECD countries. You can see we're not just a little bit out front, we're way out front. And in fact, if we could get to just the next line down, we don't have to get to the bottom of it or the middle of it, just to the next line down, there would be no scary red line. There would be no long-term deficit and debt crisis that they're always touting. So, what does this have to do with Social Security? It's a really good question. This is where Linda can back me up on this, that everyone who works at Social Security Works has to get this presentation so they understand how a stick of gum is bankrupting the nation. That blue line is the price of a stick of gum as a percentage of GDP projected out to 2050. Obviously not that high. That is the total healthcare costs as a percentage of GDP projected out to 2050. That is a stick of gum and total healthcare costs projected as a percentage of GDP out to 2050. Now, if we just say a stick of gum plus healthcare costs is entitlements, then entitlements are bankrupting the nation. We have to cut the price of a stick of gum because otherwise we will all go bankrupt.